Hi everyone, my name's Thomas and today I'm making a video about these two jackets, which both are Interstellar RNJ001 Carhartt. So why am I making this video? Well, I've been a fan of Interstellar for many years, loved Cooper's jacket, always wanted it, spent many years trying to find it, and even still to this day, we're talking like 11 years after the film came out, there still seems to be this kind of discourse and discussion about which jacket it was that Cooper wore, what did production do to it, where can you find it, where can you get it from. So I thought I'd make this video to kind of talk through my knowledge of the jacket, my journey with the jacket, and sort of how I ended up with Cooper's RNJ001. So the basic thing with these jackets seems to be that people don't quite understand the specific jacket that Cooper wears, and the reason for that is because Cooper's jacket in itself is really hard to find. The jacket to the left of me is the standard RNJ001. What that means is it's like a natural version of the standard J001 Carhartt jacket. So it's kind of like pre-worn when you buy it already. These were available around 2014 when Interstellar first came out. Production obviously bought some of these, used them for Cooper's jacket, and that's the jacket that we see on the screen. When filming finished and they wrapped, the crew members were all given an RNJ001 jacket as a kind of farewell gift. These jackets on the sleeves had the word Interstellar embroidered into them. So many people kind of think, oh, that means Cooper's jacket had that in as well. That's not true. So Cooper's jacket didn't have Interstellar woven into the sleeve. His jacket was just a standard RNJ001. So the first kind of misunderstanding of the jacket seems to come from that kind of production crew wrap jacket. So if you buy one of those, if you find one on eBay, and they do pop up occasionally, yes, you have an RNJ001, yes, you have Cooper's jacket, but the Interstellar logo running down the sleeve is technically inaccurate. It's technically not accurate to the jacket that Cooper wore. So what you need to find is what is on the left, or my left here, which is the standard RNJ001. I've had this one for quite a few years. It's like a daily wearer for me. I wear it all the time. So you can see, even just comparing it to the same jacket on my right, it's much more faded. It's got that really natural look to it. And that's just going to happen with any Carhartt jacket that you get. They're going to fade with time. Now, a few distinct features about the RNJ001. The breast pocket, kind of across the front here, is lower than usual. It's lower than on other standard Carhartts. Don't know why that is. I think maybe Carhartt left a bigger gap here for embroidered like logos and things on it. And the Carhartt logo that's beneath it is kind of closer to the pocket here as well. This is a size small. I take a size small. Cooper in Interstellar wears a size medium. You can tell because of kind of the distance between the pockets and the main logo. But obviously that's personal preference. I'm not going to buy a medium because I don't take a medium. So both of these are smalls. Standard RNJ001 also comes with the blanket lining. You can see it in here again. It's very bobbly because it's very well worn, but it's the standard Carhartt lining that you always get. So the first thing that you're going to want to do if you're looking for Cooper's jacket is to find one of these. The RNJ001, the natural weathered version of the standard Duck Detroit jacket. You couldn't just go onto Carhartt and buy one as they are because they've updated the style of them. There are things about the jacket that has changed. So really you need to find one kind of the time period. So on the left, standard RNJ001. What you need to look for if you want to buy Cooper's jacket from Interstellar. Now on my right is where things get a little bit more interesting, because you might be looking at this and thinking, well, is it the same as the one on the left? Are there things a little bit different about it? What's the difference between the two of these? Well, in the movie, yes, the production company bought the RNJ001s or were given RNJ001s to use, but even on top of using the RNJ001, they modified it. So they modified it for the actual film. And you can see here the modifications have also been done on this jacket to make it sort of totally accurate to the original. So as far as I'm concerned, this is as close to the original Cooper jacket as you can get going out and buying an RNJ001. Those modifications include the front logo. In the film, it was heavily distressed. It was kind of blended in with the overall colour of the jacket. On the standard RNJ001, it's just the kind of standard white greyish patch. On this, it was kind of toned down. I probably think that production did that to sort of make the logo less visible on the jacket, and also it just maintains that sort of nice neutral palette of kind of the first 40 minutes of that film when they're in kind of the Dust Bowl, Desert Storm sort of scenes. Along with this modification, they also did a really big modification, which is on the inside of the jacket. And what production did is they took the standard blanket lining, they took it out, and they replaced it with what looks to be kind of like a dark brown cotton or a dark brown twill. You don't see this much in the film, actually. There are several points where Cooper's jacket's kind of splaying open like this, and you can see it down here. And then there's also the scene when he's looking at the dust on the floor, and he takes the jacket off and he kind of bundles it behind him, and you can see it kind of in a heap on the floor behind him, and you can really clearly see the brown lining there. This jacket, basically since I got it, I haven't really worn it out. It's more of like a collector's piece for me, so you can see when you compare it to the daily wearer, it still has that much darker standard colour to it that you would have if you bought it originally. Both of these jackets were bought second hand. I didn't get either of them new. I didn't see Interstellar when it first came out, so I wasn't really looking for jackets at that time. I think I got this one last year, so I got this one in 2024. This one a good few years ago now. Can't remember the exact year, but you can obviously tell by how worn in it is that I've had it for a fair while. So these are the two jackets. And that's a little bit of background and a little bit of story there that I've just rambled through about what you would need to look for if you wanted to get these jackets. What I'll do now is I'll take this one off the mannequin. I know this is probably the one that you're more interested in, and we'll have a closer look at it, and we'll really just go through the features of this jacket and how to kind of work out if what you're looking at is an RNJ001 and is the correct Interstellar jacket. So let's take a closer look. Alright, so here is the weathered RNJ001 Interstellar modified kind of on body. I think it's important to show what it would look like on body. I'm not wearing the full Cooper outfit obviously, but you can kind of just get a look at what the jacket looks like when it's being worn. Again, you can see the brown twill lining that has been replaced from the standard Carhartt, and just kind of looking around on it, I'll just let you sort of have a look at the whole thing. You can see that lovely kind of weathered natural look that the RNJ001 has, and obviously got all the little Carhartt extras and Interstellar extras, such as the Write in the Rain notepad in the breast pocket there. That is kind of optional for that extra bit of accuracy to Cooper's jacket. So here it is on body. Next we'll take a couple of close-up looks at some of the features and parts of the jacket that have been modified from the standard Carhartt. So up close, you can get a nice look at that brown twill lining. I don't know if this is the accurate lining or not. I basically just matched it by eye and bought some fabric from London and had a tailor modify it. The Carhartt patch that's on the front here was an interesting one because I tried for ages to like take a normal one and remove it from the Carhartt jacket and like dye it or paint it or do something to get it to be the right color, and it just didn't work. I think probably whatever it's made out of just did not want to dye. So I found a pair of Realtree camo trousers from Carhartt, and they just so happened to have this lovely brown Carhartt logo on the front of them. So again, just switched that over. I don't know if it's perfect. I don't know if it's like 100%, but I think it really does the job, and it blends in really nicely in that Interstellar style, which is nice. When I modified the jacket, still kept the wash label down here. So if you're looking for an RNJ001, this is kind of what you need to look like, and you can just see in the bottom left there the code that you're looking for. So RNJ001 BRN, and that's going to be the same on all jackets as well. So even the standard one is going to have that style logo there. I can't see it properly there, but it's going to be the same. And you can see there that obviously both size smalls. When modifying the jacket as well, also kept the inside pocket. That was just something that was important to me, like the functionality of having lots of different pockets. But it just kind of took the standard jacket a little bit further and just gave it that extra bit of accuracy, which I was really pleased with. So wearing the standard Carhartt now, I feel like it's just so much more obvious that I wear this every day. Like, I think what happens with these Carhartts after you wear them for a while, the sleeves kind of crease into like the perfect length and sit right. So yeah, again, you can see just this one on body, just how naturally it kind of fits on me and how it almost becomes like a second skin, especially with that lovely fade that they get after you wear them for so long. Kind of puts me in a bit of a point of conflict because I feel like this jacket is still a little bit darker than the one that Cooper wore. I think his was faded a little bit more. I don't know if they did that intentionally or if it just happened naturally through production and through filming. But it makes me kind of think, you know, should I really be wearing this out? Should I be getting it faded up and worn in like the one I'm currently wearing now? Or do I kind of keep it a bit more pristine and a bit more of like an oddity and say, you know, this is the Interstellar version, it's modified like the Interstellar version. I don't know, maybe you can tell me in the comments if you've got this far into the video. Should I keep this pristine or should I be wearing it? Removing the lining also makes it a lot lighter as well, having just the twill instead of the blanket lining. It becomes almost like more of like a summer jacket. You can wear it in a lot cooler weather, which again makes me wonder maybe they did that to Cooper's jacket to allow Matthew McConaughey to be a bit cooler whilst filming. I don't know. But anyway, sort of drawing this video to a close now then. I'm not quite sure what I set out to achieve when I made this video, but it's been ages since I've made a YouTube video, and sort of for years I've sort of tried to find these jackets and collected these jackets and looked at all the different little like anachronisms and differences between each one. So it just kind of felt natural to make this and just go over the different variations, if you like, in each of the Carhartts. So if you made it this far, thank you very much for watching. Hopefully you gained some new Interstellar knowledge there. And if you didn't, if you already knew everything I'd spoken about, well done. You must also be an Interstellar expert. So thank you very much. Goodbye.